Hey everyone, Diane here. Welcome back. I think you'll all be happy to know that our Sandbox project is looking promising. No sand will escape, and there will be fun for all. That project got me thinking about another thing that would be great to have: a dog park. What is better than seeing dogs having room to frolic and play? First, we're going to look back at one of the sandboxes and see how that would work for a dog park space. Don't worry, we're not losing the sandbox. Just getting some ideas started. Here is our plan for the sandbox. We have a 6-foot by 8-foot space and a 4-foot by 4-foot space. Last time, we found that the area was 64 square feet, but we used squares to help us figure it out. I wonder if there is another way to do it so we don't have to put squares all over the place. That was a lot for me to keep track of, and some of these projects could get pretty big. I remember last time someone noticed there was a connection between the side length and the number of squares in each row, and we tried multiplying. If you remember, we decomposed the sandboxes into those two parts: a 6-foot by 8-foot section and a 4-foot by 4-foot section. When we found the area for both of those, it ended up that we had 48 square feet, making up one part, and 16 square feet making up the other. I'm still wondering if this will work for other kinds of figures. Let's see how it goes with this idea for a dog park that I already thought about. When I thought about this, I wanted the dogs to have some space to run, so I made it longer. Here we are with a dog park that has these dimensions. It's L-shaped with a 15 by 5-foot section and a 3-foot by 3-foot section. The neighborhood really wants to know the total area that the dogs will have to play. Thinking about what we know about area, how would you start thinking about what the total area is? Yeah, so some of you said to start with 15 rows of 5. We could put squares down, and I heard someone say something about 5 rows of 15. Let's put some squares down and see if that will help us. So here I see that in one row there are 5 1-foot squares, and there are 15 squares going the entire length of the dog park. How do we want to move forward? I heard someone say if we filled in all the rows, we would have 15 rows of 5. So we could find the total number of square feet by doing 15 times 5. How could we do that? I agree that 5 is definitely a friendly number for me, so I could use my knowledge of counting by 5s to arrive at the answer, or I could also use some of my knowledge about decomposing numbers to make it more manageable. I know I can decompose 15 into 10 plus 5, and then multiply each part by 5. So 10 times 5 equals 50, and 5 times 5 equals 25. If I add those together, I get 75 square feet. Can you imagine counting all 75 squares? That would take a long time. And we still have another part of the dog park. There's this 3-foot by 3-foot section. We can't forget about that. So I'll put down some squares and let's see if we can figure out the area without having to use all of them. What do we think we will need to do? Can you whisper it to me? Yes, we are going to have 3 rows of 3 squares. So 3 times 3 equals 9. But 9 what? Cats? Ironing boards? Right, 9 square feet. Now, let's combine these parts that we decomposed to find the total area. We have 75 square feet plus 9 square feet, and that equals 84 square feet. I wonder if that is a little too small for all the dogs that will come to play in the dog park. Maybe we could make it 10 feet by 15 feet. but keep the 3 foot by 3 foot section the same. I wonder how that would change the area. We know that if we were to put squares down, we would have 15 rows of 10. Do you think you could try solving this without squares up on the plans? Give it a try. How did it go? I heard some great strategies, but at the center of all of them was multiplying the length and width of the dog park to figure out the total area. When I did 15 times 10, I thought about what we talked about with powers of 10. The digits shift one place each time we multiply by 10. So 15 times 10 must be 150. So this dog park would be 150 square feet. The 3 foot by 3 foot area will stay consistent at 9 square feet. Let's add those together to get the total area of the dog park. 150 square feet plus 9 square feet to equal 159 square feet. How did the area of the dog park change when we changed one of the side lengths? Take a look at the plans and think about it. Those are some really good ideas. So I heard someone say there's more space. Someone else said it's almost double the whole area. And another person said one of the parts was exactly double. Hang on, everyone. I heard some great noticing, and I really want to share it with you all. Some said that one of the parts was exactly double from what we saw before. The section that has 15 feet by 10 feet doubled in area from when the section was 15 feet by 5 feet. I noticed that 10 is double 5, but the other side length stayed the same. So how could it double? I really wonder how that happened. Do any of you have any ideas? Oh, okay, so when the side length was doubled to 10 feet, it ended up making another space that had the same dimensions as the original. I think I see what you're saying. So when the side length went from 5 feet to 10 feet, it ended up that there was another section of 15 by 5. So you're saying doubling one side length would double the whole area. I wonder what would happen if both side lengths were doubled instead. So now we have a 30 foot by 10 foot section, and we're going to keep that 3 foot by 3 foot section the same. Go ahead and make a prediction. How will the area change now that we've changed another side length? How much do you think it will change? You have your predictions? Right. Let's look at the plans and see how your prediction compares. So we've got 30 feet by 10 feet. This looks a whole lot like the powers of 10 we talked about before. Memories. Anyway, we know that we can multiply the side lengths to find the area. So 30 times 10 equals 300. Our new area is 300 square feet. Whoa, that's a lot bigger than what we had before. So our original section was 15 feet by 5 feet. That gave us an area of 75 square feet. I wonder how much bigger that is. Let's look at the plans and see what we can find out. So in this section, we had 75 square feet. And then when we doubled one side length from 5 feet to 10 feet, we had 150 square feet. And someone told me that it was double the original. And now we doubled both side lengths and we have 300 square feet. Oh, you noticed something? What was that? 300 is double 150? That is some good noticing. So our area doubled again. That means that our space is now 4 times the size of the original section. Wow, changing side lengths does more than I expected it to. That seems big enough for Great Danes and Poodles, all the way down to the tiny Chihuahuas. Thanks for helping again, multiplying the length and width to find the area of different rectangles. This is going to help make my future project planning so much more efficient. Bye, everybody.